Number 11 says, in the final sentence of the passage, the author describes London as what? So we're going back to that last sentence, and it's kind of a long sentence. So it starts at line 73 and says, at dawn or noon or dusk, she stands superb, but perhaps most superb when the day is done, and her lights, the amazing whites and yellows and golds, blossom on every hand in their tangled garden, and her lovers cluster thicker and thicker to worship at her shrine and spend a night in town. Lovely, lovely writing. I'm sure that you're just enthralled with this entire passage because it's beautiful. But if we really get into what the author's doing here, it's all really positive words. She, if you haven't understood, is how the author refers to London. He definitely personifies the city. And then he's saying that it's beautiful in the morning, beautiful at noon, beautiful at dusk, but when she's really, really at her top is when the lights go down and it's at nighttime, which makes sense since the title of this passage is Nights in London. So if we look at what they're saying here, they discuss all of the different aspects of what goes on at night that makes it amazing. So if we go to the answer choices, it says, describes it as a garden. Now you might have been tempted by that because you see the word tangled garden in there, but it's not a literal comparison of London to an actual garden. It's just a metaphor of describing the blossom on every hand in their tangled garden. So it's not really saying that London is a garden. So A is out. B says a shrine. So you also saw the word shrine in this sentence, and it says to worship at her shrine. So once again, this is a metaphor. It's not saying London is a shrine. It's saying that they've come into London to have an awesome night out on the town. It's not saying that people come into London at night to go worship at a shrine. So this is once again not our answer. And just in general, if an answer choice is a word that was actually in the sentence, most of the time that's not going to be correct because they're thinking that you're going to be tempted by it because you saw it in there already. So we're getting rid of B. C says tangled vines. Once again, we saw the word tangled in there. The author is not saying that London is tangled vines. D says a statue. So a statue isn't something that's vibrant and with a lot going on. It's very still. So that's not really what the author is saying at all about London. And then E says a goddess, which is exactly what they're saying. They're saying to worship at her shrine. So a goddess would have a shrine and spend a night on the town talking about how amazing it looks. So it's saying that London is like this epitome of greatness, and that's exactly what a goddess is. And if you look at the pronoun that the author used, he specifically used she, which coincides with goddess. So the answer is E.